Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. A bloody war took place in the LA County Jail. It was really in Wayside. Now, I must preface this, Southsider said the N-word more than once, and the brothers had had enough. And indeed, the brothers attacked. Now, I must preface this story by saying I must set the scene, the climate in the Los Angeles County Jail at this time. As I've said before, if you check out some of my old videos on some of the riots that transpired in Wayside at this time, 1994, 1995, and etc., you will see, you will learn that as I alluded to then, in those prior videos and my prior content, the Southsiders had gotten word from the hierarchy to attack the brothers, to take off, to assert and establish dominance there in the Los Angeles County Jail. This was at the end of 1993 and early 1994, and riots were kicking off constantly, if you want to call it a riot. Really, the brothers were simply under siege. The brothers were under attack. They were taking off. They were attacking for any and every reason. They needed no reason because they had gotten word to establish themselves as the dominant ones there in the Los Angeles County Jail. This is just what the facts are. And so the riots have been going back and forth for months at this time. Now, when I got in the dorm, again, the brothers, they're just letting me know in no uncertain terms that they are under siege and under attack. And I'm telling them, how come they haven't been initiating some of these attacks? It's time to initiate some of these attacks. Instead of always being on the defensive, we have to go on the offensive. We're not starting any of this stuff. They're attacking us for no reason. It's time for us to start attacking back. And we begin to attack back. It's kicking off in every dorm. I'm not playing the hero. I'm just telling you what's going on. Anyone that was there with me in the county jail at that time will let you know exactly what I'm letting you know now, period. And I was young, but I still had a consciousness, and I'm not going for this nonsense here. I want to get to the story because someone said in the comments, my last story, the story would be interesting, but you talk too slow and you don't get to the point. Am I talking fast enough? Am I talking fast enough? Am I talking fast enough? You know, I want to get to the point, but I have to set the climate. I have to set the mentality, the atmosphere in this dorm at this time. Because if I do not, then you're going to say, well, how come they attacked just because of that? If you don't understand the mentality and what's been going on in this climate and in this dorm at this time. Am I talking fast enough? Am I talking fast enough? Fast enough, fast enough, fast enough? No, you know what? The hell with that talking fast enough and all that. I tell you what, lady. It was a lady that left that comment. You can get the hell out of here. Beat it. I got to tell my story how I tell my story. I got to be myself. I can't. I try not to talk too slow, but sheesh. I'm out of breath trying to talk fast like that. The hell with that. So, it's going up in the dorm. When I got there, the OG homie Ricky G, rest in peace, from Schoolyard Crip. I went to his funeral a couple of years ago. He laced me up. He let me know that the blacks are under attack. He was explaining the hierarchy with the Southsiders, the Serranos, the Mexican Mafia and all that. I didn't know nothing. I was fresh out of Hawaii. I was fresh from the street, but I got out of Hawaii. I never even been to prison yet at this time when all these riots are kicking off. So I don't know much about politics. I just know what's right and what's wrong, and what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing about what's going on with these attacks are absolutely unacceptable. Ricky G put me to the side. He taught me. He was the first one really taught me how to make a little thing out of nothing, how to make a couple knives. And he told me, bro, listen, it's really going to take you and people like you. You know what I'm saying? With your mentality, with your personality, to stop what's going on. We got some strong brothers here, but they just misguided, they just misdirected. They're fighting each other. Meanwhile, these dudes have started taking off on us, and these dudes have no sense of black pride, of black consciousness, in the right way. And we're getting attacked because of this. And I've been trying to change this since I've been here, but I'm on my way to prison. It's really going to take you. He lacing me up with the politics and how to make things and all that. Okay, fine, man, whatever. I'll take it on my shoulders. It's all good. Again, I'm not a hero, but this is what it is, bro. I'm just telling you what it is. So at this time, in this dorm in particular, we're pretty much getting along with the Southsiders. It's going up. It's going up in every dorm. And it's going up so much that all they do is shuffle the dorm around some. That's all they can really do. It goes up because they have no room in the hole and all that. It's going up in all the wayside in every dorm. Hundreds of people. Riots every day. They can't do anything. They can't put you anywhere. They can't transfer you. They can't do nothing. They have to just leave you there in the dorm. All they do is they come in the dorm, they take 10 blacks out of the dorm, 10 Southsiders or 15 blacks, 15 Southsiders, and put them in another dorm. And move 15 from over there in that dorm and move everybody around, try to balance it out once a riot kicks off. At this time inside of the dorm, everything is pretty much kosher with the Southsiders inside of this dorm for the last week or two, let's say. It hasn't been long since a riot kicked off. It's happening constantly. And this dorm has been a week or two, which is like a record because it's going up literally every day, bro. You be sitting there on your bunks in your dorm and you look across the dorm, it's going up in the other dorm. So now you got to get up and it's going up in your dorm too. It's nonstop. You can't sleep. You can't do any of this stuff. It's nerve wracking. A young Southsider in there, and he was a cool dude. But it's up. So ain't nobody cool right now. And they were in line, a few brothers and the Southsider, getting some hot water. Go to this little hot pot, fill up your cup, make your soups, make your noodles, make your spread. And the Southsider is talking to one of his people, and he says the N-word. Now, according to the brothers, and even according to the Southsider, the other Southsider that he was talking to when it was all said and done, when all this shit came up, he didn't say it in a derogatory way. He didn't say it with the ER. He said it, with the A at the end. He wasn't trying to denigrate or castigate the race. He was just, he has this flavor, he has this culture as if he's black too, and he was just saying it almost like he was rapping or whatever, bro. He wasn't trying to disrespect y'all because there was a few brothers right there. And it came up. And the brothers brought it back. Okay. And they let us know what had just transpired, that this dude had said the N-word. Talk to the shot caller for the Southsiders. We told him, man, your people said the N-word. What's going to be done about this? Basically, the brothers let him know that we wanted him out of the dorm. Now, at this juncture, they do not respect the brothers. I'm just telling you what it is at this time, bro. In this climate, but generally speaking, the Southsiders, they're not respecting the brothers. Not only the Southsiders, the whites that are in the dorm, the police that work in the place, they're favoring the Southsiders when all these riots happen. They know that the Southsiders are the aggressors, that they're the ones that are attacking. They're taking it out on the brothers sometimes, the police, because they saying, man, y'all can't stick together. Y'all strong, y'all so big and tough, y'all thugs, but all y'all doing is fighting each other. And these people in here taking off on y'all. I haven't seen y'all organize not one time. I haven't seen y'all come with an attack on them not one time. All y'all do is defend yourselves. When they attack y'all, okay, but when are y'all going to stop these attacks? When are y'all going to organize, unite, have some unity and some structure, and one person speaks and y'all come up with a plan and attack them? When is this going to happen? I'm just telling you, police were even walking around and say this sort of stuff. They had no respect for the brothers and Wayside at this time because of we are just enduring these attacks and not attacking back, bro. I'm telling you what's going on. When I got to the dorm, You got to line up to eat. They bring your trays to the dorm, and the Southsiders line up, the whites line up, then the blacks line up. And the line goes all the way up the stairs or around the stairs or whatever. And it's like whoever lines up first, they get their trays. And every time I'm looking up, the brothers they at the back of the line. They eating last. It's only like 3 whites in the dorm. Even they going before us with the Southsiders. I'm like, man, what the man, what is this? Oh, this shit is finna change. This is out, bro. You know what I'm saying? We getting attacked anyway. So what? What's gonna happen? They gonna attack us? They attacking us? Man, we finna go up. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. So he says the N-word. And I'm not happy about it. I don't even use that word. I'm just letting you know what it is. So I'm not happy about it, bro. But I'm not the only one that's not happy about it. There are a few strong brothers in there. They're not happy either. You can see a couple of brothers, their eyes are darting around. They're not sure what to do, how to take this. They see me, I'm talking real aggressive. And I end up talking to the shot caller for the Southsiders. And I told him, man, hey, we want this dude out of the dorm. He got to go. So the Southsider, he says, man, he's a young dude. He didn't mean any disrespect. He apologized. He just apologized to y'all, and that's that. Is that okay? You know what I'm saying? Hollered at the brothers, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And the brothers were pretty much leaning towards that, like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So I was like, all right, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But it bothered me. Okay. So he did come and apologize. The Southsider shook a few brothers' hands, said he meant no disrespect by it or whatever. I didn't even trust that when he was coming to apologize. I didn't know if he was going to have a knife and attack or whatever. It's too tense in here. It's going up too much. I don't trust nothing right now as it relates to these individuals. I'm just telling you what it is. So the next day, the same young Southsider is down there on his bunk, and he's talking to another Southsider. And he's explaining what happened and why he ended up saying the N-word the day before or whatever, and that, why he apologized or whatever. And basically the other Southsider, who's not a young dude, is sitting there telling him, a brother is right there. He hears the whole conversation. They're not speaking in Spanish. And he sits there and he tells him, basically, you shouldn't have apologized. You didn't say the ER, but he says the word. The other Southsider, he says the word. Man, you didn't say error, you said he's saying both of the words. I'm not even finna say it here. He's saying both of the words. Right there in front of the brother. So the brother comes up and he relays this to us. And he said, man, I wasn't afraid to get off or kick it off. I just wasn't sure what I was supposed to do, bro. In that situation, he was a younger dude. He said, I didn't know if I was supposed to kick it off. Then y'all mad at me because I didn't just took off on him or whatever. Yeah, and y'all didn't know what was going on. Maybe I was supposed to, come and let y'all know what was going on first. And I said, no, you should have got off on him. We'd figure out what's going on later and we'd follow suit. Next time you hear something like that, just get off. Okay? Because this dude just apologized for this. And now this dude is down here influencing him and encouraging him, telling him that he should have never apologized and that what he did was not wrong. This is a salacious conversation. The brother comes up and he lets us know that this is what's going down. This is a conversation that was just had down there. The decision was made immediately. I see. We have to attack these individuals. We have to go to war. I don't even want to talk to the shot caller anymore. Just had a conversation with this individual the day before. He told me to my face that he respected me, that he respected my get down. He said, man, I understand that you're young. I had a baby face back then, bro. I understand that you're a young dude, but you're a big dude, but I like the way that you push your people, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I like it. Because at the end of the day, the Southsiders understand that. They respect that, bro. At the end of the day, the Southsiders they have a lot of race pride. They have a lot of race pride. No one can tell me any different. I know this for a fact. So they're going to respect someone who also has pride for his race and for his people, bro. They understand this. And that's one thing I've always respected about the Southsiders. Two things. One is their race pride. You see tattoos of them and their leaders and their people back in Mexico, their race pride. Two, the way that they look out for one another. I've been in the holding tanks with them and seen them take one sandwich and split it in 10 pieces. There's 10 of them in there. I've seen one of them, one paisa, take one sandwich, his only sandwich, and split it in 10 pieces and pass it out to all 10 of them. They all 10 of them get a bite. He got a piece of bread left like this. Hell, all my people ate. It's all good. I've seen brothers do the same thing. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of brothers, obviously, with a lot of race pride. A lot. You know what I mean? I've seen a lot of brothers, and I've seen brothers look out for each other in the same way. Of course. I'm one of them. And so, I have respect for the Southsider shot caller as well. But I didn't know him like that. I don't know. You know, I felt like if we take this to him again, first of all, we just let the one situation slide with an apology. Wanted to do it out of the dorm. But this is how the black man is in here acquiescing. He's being docile as it relates to the Southsiders. I'm just telling you what's going on at this time. So when they say, okay, what if he apologizes? We all said, okay, cool. Hell, even me saying that I wanted him removed from the dorm was an aggressive move, was an upgrade as far as they were concerned. And I went along with it as well and accepted the apology. But now this has come up the next day. And I don't want to talk about it with the shot caller because I don't know how he's going to take this. They may start planning an attack. When these attacks are happening here in Wayside in 1994, 1993, 1995, 1996, and today, they're still happening today. When I was just in Wayside, not just in Wayside, but when I was there in 2016 and 15, and all of this still kicking off before I went to prison and got out in 2022. So these things are still happening, but they were really transpiring back in those days. It was going up incessantly. But they are attacking us at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like you can't even sleep. And the brothers, we're not really keeping the proper security. We don't have brothers staying up, watching our backs. And we all there asleep. You know, we play dominoes all day and watch the Super Bowl. We all in there asleep. And they attacking us at 3 in the morning, strategizing, catching us while we sleep, slipping. This kind of shit that's going on. I'm just telling you, man, period. So I'm not trusting nothing for me to go and speak to them again so that they can start saying, okay, this dude is pushing the line. He pressed us for a second time about this. We see who's up in here pushing the line. Okay, let's get him and get all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Let's attack them because they planted something or whatever on it. I'm not going to say nothing except to the brothers. Let the brothers know. Not just me. I was young. There was some OGs. You know what I'm saying? I let the OGs know. Bro, we got to attack. You feel me? This is it. We got to get off. We got to attack immediately. Tonight. Let's strategize. Let's be smart about it. That was a young homie from Insane there. He was very small. One of the smallest dudes I'd ever met in my life. I had a lot of love for him. We were real close there in the dorm. I told him, make sure you stay with me. I felt like he had no chance. You stayed with me, and I had certain hitters with me. Because I felt like they were really going to come at me. I know how they operate. They attack me in YA. They attacked me. I felt like they was going to come at me, feeling like I was a threat or that I was the one, promoting violence, fomenting violence there. Not them attacking us, but me just standing up it's going to be too much for them to bear. Okay, fine. We strategized, we talked. All the brothers were on one accord. We were on the same page. This must happen, and it must happen tonight. Fine. We get our things together. We had a plan. The brothers that are downstairs, where the Southsider is at, he was the target. Him and the individual that he was talking to, when they're going over this conversation that they had, and he keeps saying the N-word and trying to encourage this individual to keep saying it too, that he did nothing wrong. Wanted to get this guy. But I'm upstairs, he's downstairs. We had brothers down there, but we didn't want to make a scene. We wanted to be smart about it. It was going to be a surprise attack. Catch them off guard. They're not expecting this. They don't think they've been attacking us. We have not been attacking them. This is the last thing they're thinking over this. This is why he still stayed in the dorm. They thinking this shit is cool. This is why we at the back of the line. No. Fuck no. So sent certain brothers down there to get the one dude that we really wanted to get. I feel like if I went down there and they gonna know something's up. Sent some people down there that they least expect. Told them, bro, you get off on this one dude first. Get off on him. 3 or 4 of y'all get him. Get off on him. They gonna come. They gonna get y'all. We gonna send some more people down there, but y'all get him, get the target. This is what they do. They target individuals all the time, and they get the target. I know they operate, and it's not that I'm trying to siphon their structure. A lot of the structure that all of these prison gangs have come from the BGF, the Black Guerrilla Family. That's where their structure comes from. They usurp the structure, not the other way around. And so the brothers went down there and they got on there talking. And the plan was, when you get down there, and as soon as we hear we know when it's up. As soon as we hear it going up, we gonna attack up here. We attacking us we got the advantage up here, but they got the disadvantage down there. So we're gonna attack up here, take care of this shit up here, then we're gonna run down there. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just up. But like I said, this is normal stuff. This is normal. This is going on every other day, every 2 days, every 3 days, in some dorms every day. This is nothing. The only difference is, in this instance, and in many others, moving forward, we were the aggressors. That's the only difference. That we initiated the attack. That's the only difference. Other than that, the riots are happening every day. It's just that we're under attack. We're under siege. We're not necessarily, we're responding. We're defending ourselves. We're okay. We're taking care of ourselves in these riots. But still, we're under attack. Not the other way around. It's not even equal. It's not even 50-50. Hell, it's not even 80-20. None of this. Man, this did not sit well with me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a hero, but this does not sit well with me. As I've explained in many other videos, it started going up, bro. It did start going up. Now, this is in the past. I respect the Southsiders. I'm just letting you know, I'm just bringing you situations that happened back in these days. It's over 30 years ago. But hell, as I said, it's still going up now. But it's much different now. It's not the same. It's not them. It's a totally different ball game now in Wayside, County Jail, whatever, bro. It's at worst 50-50. When the riots kick off, sometimes it's them that kicked it off. The other 50% of the time, it's the brothers that kicked it off. Period. For whatever reason. In the county jail and in Wayside right now. You know what I'm saying? At worst. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So anyway, got the target down there. I know it took me a minute to get to the story. Old girl probably gone. She been gone. So they got old girl left a comment. She been gone. So they got the target down there. Bam, 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 bam. Got on him. Got on the Southsiders up there top. They were surprised, but they were ready. They were ready. They have a strong structure, bro. Period. I mean, they had knives on them already. They had knives that they can get to. They had people already watching their back, watching the shot caller back. It's not just an easy task. You just got to just straight attack. And that's what we did. And, and things began to change, bro. The Southsiders, they did begin to respect us, as did the police. But it took a while, and it took quite a few attacks for this to happen. I'm not going to go over all of them, but there were quite a few initiated by the brothers in order to regain some respect from the masses. And that's it. That's what happened there. Said the N-word, whether he meant to denigrate, castigate the entire race or not. I took umbrage to it, felt like he had indeed castigated the race. And all we got was some half-hearted apology. And then that was okay. That would have sufficed, apparently. But, less than 24 hours later, they're down there having the same conversations amongst themselves, just with total disregard for us as a people, for the brother that was down there listening to the conversation. But this was the climate at the time. It's not like they running around just disrespecting us, bro. Don't get me wrong. But generally speaking, they felt like they had the upper hand. They felt like they were the aggressors in these attacks, and that, we just gonna go for this sort of thing. That we were probably strong as it related to attacking one another. But when it came to attacking anyone else or being able to unite, to have any strategy or structure, these people are incapable of this. This is what the world believes about the Black community then and now. Believe that. But it's not always the case, man. There you go. That's what happened there in the LA County Jail. It was a brutal attack. It was a brutal war. The Southsiders, they handled their business. And we handled ours. That's it. Shout out to the Southsiders. Shout out to the brothers. Stay safe and stay free, people.